Ooh, Taika Waititi, what did you do now? Hello everyone, I am Becca Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. We are harping on Taika Waititi. Again, I've done one on his weird sense of humor before. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. If you do like my content, please like, subscribe, share. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for timing it so perfectly as well. Where was I? Oh yes, Taika Waititi. I've made videos on his weird, quirky, is it counter-trolling? Is that what we're calling it? Sense of humor that he has had on social media. And Cinema Blend, I think, is going to be a little bit more easy on him than I am. Oh yes. We don't know if it needs a theme music yet. We'll see what they have to say. Taika Waititi's latest response to his Star Wars movie is hilariously on brand. Was his movie announced? I don't remember. I know they announced Patty Jenkins' movie. They announced Leslie Headland's Accolade. Did I miss this? I might have missed this. But then again, the Star Wars Investors Day call, that whole presentation was kind of, let's just face it, was not impressed at all. The Marvel stuff was a little bit better. Not so much the Star Wars. I grew up on Star Wars. I should be liking it more. I should be more excited for Star Wars than I am Marvel. Thank you very much, because that was the one I grew up with. I didn't grow up with the Marvel stuff. When I read comics, it was Archie and the EC horror, which is probably why I should probably watch What We Do in the Shadows. Do you guys want me to? I should probably watch that at some point. I mean, I certainly look like a vampire. Cinema Blend, are you begging for money? What is this? What is this subtitle? Here I'm going to read it thinking it's going to be giving me some description about Taika Waititi. No. It's them begging for money. Cinema Blend participates in affiliate programs with various companies. We may earn a commission when you click on or make purchases via links. You're basically, I guess that's a warning. That's a disclaimer. But it comes off as begging for money just a little bit. And back to what I was saying about being more excited for Marvel and Star Wars. Star Wars has done everything in their power to push fans away, to tell them that their fan theories suck, or their money isn't welcome, or that they're just istophobes if they don't like whatever weird change that they make, to destroy our old heroes that we actually liked and disgrace them and make them guest stars in their own movies, like Han Solo in his movie that was more about Khaleesi than it was about him. Aside from Mandalorian, which is, at least for somebody like me, is kind of mediocre at best, and I really, really like Baby Yoda, but that's about it. Star Wars has done almost everything in their power to tell fans to go away. Shoo, we don't want you. We want new fans. We want these shiny new fans, because they're going to be with us a lot longer than you, because let's just face it, you're a bunch of old white dudes, because I don't know these fans anything after all this time.
I have a responsibility to the company I work with. I don't feel that I have a responsibility to cater in some way. I would never just seize on saying, well, this is a franchise that's appealed primarily to men for many, many years, and therefore I owe men something.
Really. It's fine to want to incorporate new fans. It's perfectly fine. Cobra Kai does that. A lot of properties do that just fine. And that's not at the expense of the existing fan base. Filmmaker, actor Taika Waititi has been on a roll over the past few years. Fast few years is how my brain works. Sometimes it's late, I'm sorry. He became a household name thanks to his work in Thor Ragnarok, which led to a partnership with Disney that extended to The Mandalorian and another Thor gig. His Mandalorian episode, not one of the better ones. I'm just going to say that. They were a little mean to the Baby Yoda, and I know his name's Grogu, but I call him Baby Yoda still. Waititi is also getting the chance to helm his own Star Wars movie, and his most recent reaction to their announcement is so on brand. Well, we already had rumors he was getting a Star Wars movie. I guess I missed where they confirmed it, because they didn't give him a big long to-do and a big spiel, did they? They might have, I don't know. I zoned out, like I said, because it was Star Wars. And he had previously been reported to be working on a Star Wars movie, which we've talked about time and time again, although that was confirmed with last week's dizzying Disney investors call. Wasn't really dizzy. It was more of a that's what it was more of. It wasn't really dizzying. Dizzying would have been like, oh, look at this cool thing, and look at that cool thing, and look at this cool thing, and that. No, it was more of a, That's all. That's all you got. That's it. Really. Fans are eager to see what the Oscar-winning filmmaker will bring to the table with an addition to the franchise that is independent of the Skywalker saga. Where's Rian Johnson's trilogy, though? He was supposed to be getting a whole entire trilogy. Well, then you had what, Benioff and Weiss.
Best season ever!
from Game of Thrones, those two yahoos.
Now, are you happy with how things ended? Yeah. She didn't say yes. You didn't say yes.
Going in, they said no to a trilogy, not just a movie. They said no to a trilogy to go and bugger off to Netflix because I guess Kathy must have been that unlikable to work with, huh? Was it that toxic of a work environment? I'm just speculating here. I don't know. Especially after helming an episode of The Mandalorian, yeah, where they punched the baby Yoda. No, don't you hurt that baby Yoda. That's why I didn't like his episode that much. That's part of why I kind of stopped watching it, because I see Baby Yoda as a pet, and I know that's terrible. He's like a little puppy, and I know he's like he's not a full-grown Jedi. He's a 50-year-old little Yoda monster. And he's adorable, and I want to carry him around in my purse like a puppy, because he's cute. But the news was further confirmed. And I don't like worrying about him. And that's part of what stresses me out. It's like, I don't want to hear him yelp or hurt or go hurties or get owies or fall down and go boo-boos. Because he's cute. When the news was further confirmed in his involvement in a Star Wars movie, Waititi took to social media to share a hilarious message. Check it out below. This is another one of his little trolley tweets, isn't it? Like the, I'll wreck your mythos in a minute, baby. This is another one of those, huh? And here we go. So this is what, Instagram, right? A brand new Star Wars feature with its acclaimed filmmaker Taika Waititi is in development, and that's an official tweet. They just tweeted it? I didn't see it in the Investor. It was just a tweet or an Instagram post. No, that's a Twitter. That's a tweet. Get ready for an unforgettable ride. He responded. He responded on Instagram. What? Ugh, as a longtime fan of Star Wars, I'm so angry about what I'm about to do to ruin it. And then he does huff, 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 and bleh, sort of face, right? Bro, one for missing. All right, I get that he's trolling and he's trying to be funny and he knows what the fan reaction is, but it's a little too soon still for some of us. A little too soon, all right? We're still kind of heartbroken over pretty much everything in our franchises from Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Game of Thrones, Terminator, Woke Fart. I can keep going if you want, but keep listing yours in the comment section below if you want to keep up. Which franchises you've been most disappointed by being ruined by modern day crazy Looney Tunes, crazy people? A little too soon. I think he knows that he's going to get some sort of backlash. He's going to get some sort of, like, I'm making a video on this where I'm a little ticked. I'm not like ticked enough to where he's gonna get the theme music, but just it's a little bit too soon. I think I get where he's going with this. And as a creator myself, at least of content on YouTube, sometimes you just gotta throw your baby out there and let it go, and you don't have to get too attached to it because you know you're gonna make a next one and a next one. And that's one of the issues, and that's one of the problems with a lot of this McDonaldization of media now, with the films, with the franchises. They're so corporate, they bring in these people to do a job for to put it on their resume for the next one so it looks better for them, so they get a higher paycheck next time. And that's all corporate garbage, and that's every corporation. That goes from retail to every single business and corporation does this. And that's one of the things that really ruins the entertainment industry, is that attitude towards it. But I get it. As somebody who gets comments on videos, sometimes you just gotta stop looking at them because And this is why some days I don't make videos on some topics, because some days I'm like, I feel too strongly about this one way or another. I'm going to get somebody being butthurt over it, and I don't want that. Or, I might feel too opposite in the way that my viewers might expect, or I might feel weird, so I won't make a video on some topics sometimes. Or in the case of things I don't care that much about, I might have an unpopular opinion and just put it out there anyway, and then just not read what people, because I know that's what's going to happen, is like you're just going to throw it out there anyway, just to what? For the paycheck, just to appease it. And when I and my experience is how I should clarify this so you guys don't think, see, you don't care about what you're talking. Like I said, some things I feel a little more strongly about than others, right? Some things with Star Trek, I'm super duper passionate about that. Or when they do the stupid crap to pander, especially to people like me, those I'm really, really, really like super duper invested in. And then there's a few of them I'm like, all right, I kind of have a couple of things to say about this. So you guys aren't gonna this is what happens. And this is exactly what happens. You start to second guess because and you listen and you want to make people happy. And then you end up with a sense of humor like that and like, oh, I'm going to ruin it anyway. So you just do it anyway, what you're going to do. And you hope for the best and you take the feedback and you move on to the next thing. I don't see him getting really, really uppity with people after the fact. I've seen a couple of like, I'll ruin your mythos in a minute, or this or that. Thor Love and Thunder might be a troll job to everyone. He might be trolling everyone and having fun. This is the guy who made Jojo Rabbit, and I need to probably watch that at some point. He dressed up as the bad guy from World War what? Which is something that would be cancelable for wearing a uniform because you're not one of them, right? Didn't they cancel Prince Harry for wearing that uniform, I think? And that's how the Looney Tunes people work too. I always try like when I'm making a video or making a tweet or something, I always try and say, how would the really, really Looney Tunes people interpret that, especially on Twitter, because they like to twist and manipulate you into saying something or thinking you said something that you didn't because they got offended by whatever they made up in their own crazy heads. Yeah. It's a little too soon. I guess that's my final take on it. It's a little too soon. I'm not super pissed. I'm not super annoyed. I was like, no. It's a little too soon for kind of a less important take, because that's going to really come off as you don't care what people have to say. That could really be, and I know he's just joking and he's just kind of trying to have fun with it and have a laugh, but when we have gone through so much with the Star Wars, especially being called every name under the sun if you complain about a movie. Yeah. He probably. But then again, you could also interpret this as he's saying, I'm a huge fan of this. Please don't yell at me because, I'm going to be mad if I ruin it. So you can interpret it that way too. And that's the problem with putting anything out there on social media, is that you don't have any real facial expression to match things up to. You don't have a whole lot of context. A lot of the time you're seeing just one tweet in a person's mood for about 1 second. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I have talked about this too long. I am MechaRandom42 and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Wank.